There we are. Hey,
Hi,
Nani.
guys. Hi,
Hello,
Dan.
everybody. All right, so this is awesome. We get to read with 9's Corner, and
And
this
with Dan.
is recorded, so it's not
Yes.
live, even though it's live to us. It's not, and we will be posting this on both channels. So please like and subscribe, share if you want, thumbs up, all that good stuff helps our
Dan, it all
channel.
works.
Thumbs down too, sideways
It's a
thumbs, whatever. Yeah. So this isn't going to be a political read. We decided to do something just energy-wise for the month of June. But before we get into that, just want to be appreciative of all the people. This is Memorial Day. So a lot of people say Happy Memorial Day. Well, we're thinking about the people who have sacrificed for their country. So for our country. So anyway, I'm just, being in reverence of Memorial Day and for all the men and women who sacrifice so much in their families to make our country, make our planet, make our world a better place to live. So thank you guys for all of that. And just a little love and light out and healing energy to Lori of the Way of Positive Change. So there that is. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
And Nina, you want to kick it off with a little energy numerology for?
I am, because we're going to be coming into the month of June. And if you thought May was good, June's going to be even better because we're going into retrograde. So if there's something you didn't deal with, guess what? You're getting a second chance. And even if you don't want to, it's going to be one of those things you're going to have to. June is the month of 6. So that's about family, relationships. This can be love relationships. This could be work relationships. This could be the relationship with yourself. And you got a 5. So it's going to be up and down. Communication is going to be, watch what you're saying. Watch your words. Watch your intentions. Miscommunications. And there's going to be a lot of information coming out in the month of June. So the response is going to be very sensitive. You'll want to create, you'll want to push forward, but there's going to be some delays. So when it comes to travel, things of that nature, don't hurt the messenger. But I think that we've really got to be careful, because if we're not, the government's going to come down hard on us yet again. Just saying it. So we really got to do our part. Right. So that's the numerology for the month of June, to kind of say, hey guys, we're going to be sensitive, watch what you're saying, and think about it before you say it, because you might burn some bridges. This is a tough month.
Right.
Tough month.
And when you were saying that, what I heard a lot is be willing to forgive too. So often we dig our heels in, and I mean, I'm all about that words have meaning. What you say and what you put out into the universe comes back at you. And if you say something, you need to mean it and you need to follow through. But that's so key. However, sometimes we just start yakking, and there needs to be a little bit of forgiveness to either keep that relationship in line, or maybe it's time to let that relationship go. That 5 energy is.
But we also got to put the flip side on, because no matter how spiritual and loving and murderers we are, we do have the right to say, you know what, you don't work in my life. You are allowed to cut people out of your life. It doesn't matter if they're family, if they're friends, if they were born to you. If they are not there to support you, if they're not there for your greater good, guess what? You are allowed to say, I love you, but I'm going to miss you. Go. Because you deserve to be happy in this life.
Yeah, sure.
So
sure.
There's always that other side of the coin, that yes, forgiveness, but then when somebody tells you who they are, believe them the first time.
Right. And it's interesting, with your numerology and you saying that. I was watching the Astrology Hub, and last week they were talking about that same thing, with relationships being revealed, and you may need to let some people go in this time, because this eclipse energy is revealing people, and we get to choose what we want to do with this energy and in this reveal. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
It all blends in together.
Just for those of you who might be out, texting with a friend or doing things that maybe you wouldn't be doing or you shouldn't be doing, or you shouldn't be doing, stop it now, because this month the gossip will come out. What has been in the dark is going to come to the light. What you've been doing in the past is going to retro. So whether you're, screwing the pooch, whatever it is that you're doing, careful. That's all I'm saying. This month, you're going to get caught out. So if you want to try to take care of yourself, do it now, today, as in yesterday.
I need to go delete some texts. Now I'm really scared. Oh, man.
Oh, Daddy.
Oh, boy. All right. So the way this is going to work, we are going, 9 and I are going to take turns. We are going to read on the 4 signs. I'm going to be reading on earth and fire signs, and she is going to be reading on water and air signs. Is that right? Did I get that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
So, all right.
So Dan, go up first.
I'll go first. I'm going to do earth. I'm going to do earth signs. And how I'm going to do this, it's going to be, and we may have different spreads too, which is totally fine. I'm going to be doing love, money, and happiness, 3 cards. And then I'm going to pull 2 oracle cards, one for grounding and one for just reaching for the stars. Let's see what we get. Oh, very good. All right. So love, I get the Hierophant. So the earth signs, just to back up a little bit, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Practical, matter of fact, administration of energy, builder, craftsman. They produce tangible things. Jeff Bezos is one. John McCain is one. Martin Luther King Jr. is another earth sign. So when I pull this card in love, it's major arcana. So in fact, I pulled 3 major arcanas, which is pretty powerful.
That is.
So this card lets me know that you have almost a higher calling in your love, in your relationships, and where you're going with this. There could be some you could be settling in and actually getting married. It's a very positive card. It's one where you just know what the right thing is. And when you look at this card, it feels like it's in church with this card. Yeah. So maybe it's the commitment of this in this love that you're going for. The money card, I got the world. So
wow,
I know, right? So it's a completion card, but it's also like you're doing things that involve the world. Like, so I think about Jeff Bezos, he's a global player. He's got that world hanging. I mean, his tentacles, I don't know if he does have kind of tentacles, because it's kind of creepy how big he is. But it's your money, your projects, your finances are huge. However, this is a completion card too. So I'm getting that you may be at the end of a cycle here and ready to start a new one. And the reason I say that is because I got the Hanged Man as the happiness card. And this is either your love for snakes crawling up your leg, which I don't think that's true.
For some.
It could be. Could be.
True.
But it's
No judgment.
more of either a suspension, which is why I think that completion card, it means more completion, or just taking another look at how you are managing your finances globally, how you're reaching all these people. You just may need to step back and take a look at it, or totally regroup and get start something new. And I feel, especially with this eclipse energy, that we are going back and revealing what isn't working and getting a new perspective on it. So I think it's pretty awesome. The grounding card that I got, and I'm using to work your light, is the power of purpose, which goes back to the Hangman, getting a new perspective on things, really focus in on what you want, where you want your world to be in, and then the higher energy, buckle up, because you're waking up the lion. So it's going to be a fun ride for you earth signs. You may feel like what's going on? I don't know. But if you ground yourself in positive intentions, you're going to wake up and just kind of explode. And I think you've got the world in your hand. And that's all I got to say about that.
There you go.
Yeah. Very positive.
Thank you, Dan.
I like that.
That's really good, especially considering the circumstances we're going into this month. It's going to be a whirlwind for everybody, right? Yeah. All right. So I'm doing mine slightly different than Daniel's. We didn't hook up and say, hey, how should we do it? We were just kind of like, let's do a reading for everybody because it's Memorial Weekend kind of thing, right? Yeah. So I thought I'm going to look at focus of what the month should be, your love, your money, advice, and then I pulled a manifestation card to kind of give you some hope, something to hope for, something to think about kind of thing, right? So I'm going to start off with my water signs. So I have my Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, and the example of these would be myself. Julia Roberts. Daniel you are the air signs, correct? You're a Gemini?
Cancer, Gemini rising, yes. So
right.
Mainly water.
Your birthday's coming up really soon.
It is.
Happy
this month.
Birthday to you. Alrighty, so let's see what's going to happen for Daniel and for the rest of my water people. How your month is going to go, Dan?
Yes, please tell me.
All right.
I'm hanging on to your every word here.
All right. Ew. Wow. I got three.
Don't say ew. Don't say ew.
No. I got 3 major arcanas, though, out in the reading.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
So first, starting off, for the focus for the month, you're going to be feeling defensive. Careful about any insecurity, communication issues. There's a situation that you've been dealing with, and this could be your family, friends, work. It's coming to a completion, and the stress of it, guess what? After this month, you're going to be like, oh, I can breathe again. So whatever it is, whatever situation's been kind of bugging at you, it's going to be clarified for you. But then when it comes to love, we got the Tower. Oh. So this is a time where you have to be very careful about your relationships, be them love or friendship or work, because somewhere in one of those relationships, you've got a really faulty foundation, and something this month is going to come out, an unexpected something, an unexpected event. If this is work related, it could be a loss of job. It could be a new opportunity. So it could be like a loss of a job, but then they're going to say, hey, we can get you this. Or, sorry, if you're married or with somebody, you know, don't be shocked if they're not being faithful. So this is something to look at everything. There's somewhere in your foundation of your experience, there's a crack. So keep an eye open for it. When we come to money, we got judgment. This is awesome. This is really good. This means that everything that you've worked for, it's coming to fruition. There's going to be money coming to you from a source. It could be repeat business or it could be a new venture, but it's coming to you, and more money than you thought was coming. But it's a case of once you attain something and you start getting a taste of it, then you're like, I want that. So this is going to create a desire inside of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for advice, I got the Hermit. Okay, so you need to go inward, make sure you're doing what is best for you. For the Hermit, sometimes we don't see the issue. Sometimes, you know, you might be reading this or listening to me and going, that doesn't hit me. It doesn't fit for me. And then all of a sudden you're going to be hit with somebody going, you know, I can't believe that you did this. And you're just, what happened? It's going to be an out of the blue kind of smack you upside the head. I didn't do anything to deserve this, but that's what's going to happen. So try not to push a resolution. Don't be the initiator. Let it take its time. Time will take care of it. And I pulled an attraction card for you. So it says, I attract the essence of my thoughts. So the law of attraction and its magnetic power reaches out into the universe and attracts other thoughts that are vibrationally like it and belong that to you. And so you are going to get the essence of what you are thinking about, whether it's something you want or something you don't want. So be very careful, because if you want to maintain that relationship, you can. There is a way to do it. It's all about how you see it and your perspective. So there's our water signs.
That's awesome. That is
Yay.
awesome. And you know, the thing with that tower for me is to me it's not such a scary card in that you know, oh, everything's going to be crashing down. It's more of a reveal, and so like going back to the eclipse, it's all dark and you go, oh, but then the sun and then it reveals itself back to you again. So it kind of strips things away so that you can see what is going on, where you want to go with it, and brings in way better and way better. Is that proper English? Way better.
Sure
good?
it is.
Okay.
Yes, it's Daniel. You know what it reminds me of? Garth Brooks and the song Sometimes I Thank God for Unanswered Prayers.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we want for so much, but then if we actually got what we wanted, we would be so unhappy. So sometimes I think God.
Yeah.
Right? That kind of a feeling. So sometimes we need to go through the crack because we end up with something so much better. Get rid of the old to find new, right?
Yeah. And with that crack, we get to see. I mean, if everything is all lovely and perfect, you know, then there is no. You don't get to see what you don't want.
Yeah.
So you know, and you just get bored with driving, you know, really nice cars. Sometimes you need to drive an old Metropolitan Nash. Have you ever seen one of those? It's a clown car. It's a little clown car that looks like it's a cartoon car. And my neighbor down the street, he just got one. And they're like in the 60s, I think, early 60s. They're really cool. Anyway.
Perfect.
Fire. All right.
Fire.
So this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Moral, intuitive, assertive, active manifestation, which we're just talking about. Watch your thoughts. forceful, self-confident, ready for the next moment. And we've got Winston Churchill, Ram Dass, Jane Fonda as people
beautiful
who
woman.
have, yeah. She's got a little fire in her belly, just a little bit.
I used to love doing her workouts and the tapes, because the 80s was all about, you know, getting your leg warmers on and doing your Richard Simmons or
Yeah.
too much information.
Yeah. All right. So here we go with love, money, and happiness.
Love, money, and happiness.
And then the grounding. And then the grounding.
I love how you're keeping us entertained through this.
What's that?
I love how you're keeping us entertained. You're just talking away. Yeah.
I do that. Sometimes I should watch what I say, though.
As long as you don't answer yourself, you're all right.
Oh. Uh-oh. I do answer myself a lot.
Don't erase those emails.
All right. Love. We have the Knight of Wands for love. So something new, I think, is coming. It's going to be a little slow moving. And on this card, they're writing on strength, this love, this healing. I don't know why I said healing, but I did. So there it is. I can't take it back now. This is somebody that's bringing forth a new passion, new way of looking at things, a new relationship, or a new way to look at an old relationship. Just finding the newness in things. And it is a very, for me, I'm just getting, it's a very deliberate movement on this Knight of Wands. That is, it's just a good feel that I have with this card, in this love for the fire energy of the zodiac. The money, I have you. It's a time to, with the Three of Pentacles, it's a time to really take stock into what you're doing, asking for some help, looking for guidance as to what you should be, you know, how you should be working and carving your business a little bit. It's don't be afraid to ask for help with this, even though you feel in this deck, especially, you're working alone. In the Rider-Waite, there'd be two other people advising you on this.
Yeah.
So even though as you're working alone on this, I just hear, you know, you can ask for help, even though the fire signs feel to me like they're very independent. So just don't be afraid to ask. In the happiness card, I got the Six of Cups. And it's, I'll keep that up for a little longer. Going back to a simpler time, going back to old friends, old childhood friends, people that may come, you may find somebody coming from your past into your life right now. And just be okay with all of that. And I heard that if there were a reason that they were out of your life and now they're coming back into it, it goes back to this forgiveness thing that I said earlier. Be okay with who they are now. And but anyway, just be ready for some past to show up in your life that will bring you some happiness. The foundation, the grounding energy that you need to remember is Great Big Love. I love that card. Great Big Love. I think with these fire signs that we can get too caught up in our mission and in our drive and where we're going. And I think we just need to step back a little bit and remember the great big love that is surrounding what we're doing, where we're going, and do things with love, not with tearing down. And at the top where we're going, and I did shuffle, I got power of purpose again. Yeah. So again, it's to keep that power of purpose in your head, right? As we charge forward with this, the power of purpose, but don't forget the grounding of great big love for that purpose.
And that's so cool because it's the month of June, family, grounding with your family. You know what I mean? We really do depend on each other. So let's make sure we don't forget each other, right?
Right. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we're going to do our last group. Wow, this went really fast, even though we've been on for almost a half hour, I think, or somewhere about there.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to do our air signs and see what's going to happen for June. So my air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra.
Yeah.
My son's Libra. Daniel has Gemini rising. Let's see. What's the main focus for this?
And some of the people in on my list is John Lennon and Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder. Oh my
God. Love him.
Yeah.
Great comedian.
Yeah.
God bless him. All right. So first card up for the focus. We've got the Four of Pentacles. So with the Four of Pentacles, your focus is going to be on your security. It's going to be on making sure that your foundation is okay. It's going to be a focus on your money, all the things that in life that bring you security, all the things. So if you're an air sign, check your foundation of your house. Check anything that you have, any structures that you have, anything that you're depending on to work. Check it. Go into your garage. If you have winterized items, like this is the time to check them because they might seize up on you if you don't put them away carefully. This is, kind of check and see what you've got done for this month. So when it comes to love, love is not going to be very easy this month. I'm just saying, the Page of Swords. I apologize. So again, be careful what you're saying, how you're going to say it, and be careful about communication. And guess what? Somebody's going to hurt your feelings. So you've got to figure out, is it worth losing them? Or is it worth saying, I'm sorry, let's move on from this, because it's going to be a really sensitive month. So this is going to be a time when you've got to figure out, are you the one being overly sensitive and taking everything they're saying too sensitively? Or are they jerks and you need to them out of your life? So this could be the ending of a very painful relationship, or it could be the beginning of a truthful relationship, saying, you know what, this is what it was in the past, but now we're going to start off anew. Let's start afresh and let's let the past be. So you have options here because we all have free will. That's just the way it is. So for money, King of Wands. So I wouldn't be worried. There's going to be opportunities. You're the doer. It's like, even if you're concerned about money, money's going to find its way to you. It might not be as much as what you want it to be, because this is not the King of Pentacles. You're not sitting on your laurels going, yes, darlings. You got a little bit of work to do. So, check in your investments, do all that kind of stuff. And for advice, I read my tarot cards. I'm going to have to cleanse them because they're not being overly friendly with me today. I don't, Play Three of Swords.
Ooh.
And this is the air signs. And I got the Three of Swords, and swords is air, which is thoughts. You know what? Guys, stay calm. Do not fly off the handle. If you fly off the handle, you're going to have the tower just go. This is literally telling you guys specific. You are the ones that are going to be very sensitive. And this is a time to not let your freak flag fly. This is a time to kind of try to say, hey, I better wait and let time do its thing. Don't try to push a resolution. Let it be that time will take care of it. And as for my card, for my manifestation cards, I love these cards by Abraham Hicks. If you ever get them, I box here, but I love them. I pin them around like on my fridge just as reminders and stuff.
Right.
So this one says, my every relationship can now feel better. By intending, as you are moving into the segment of relationships, to focus upon the points of harmony, to give your great attention, not to what you are disagreeing about, but to the things you agree upon. That is the resolution in all relationships. For when you focus on what you do, like by the law of attraction, you solidify more of what you do not want. I love tarot. Do you see how I literally just said about a resolution, careful, blah, blah, blah. And the cards just, the energies just.
They just blend together and support us and do that. So that three of hearts, I mean, the three of swords that you said, and your explanation of it was exactly what Abraham was talking about in the manifestation card, right? You can choose to obviously, if you have three swords in your heart, it's going to hurt. But if you focus on all that pain, instead of focusing on the love of the heart, of the great big love, you're going to attract more of that pain into you. So it's all about where our focus is. And it goes back to the thing about forgiveness. And it's interesting that you pulled the Abraham Hicks cards out, because I was listening to Abraham Hicks when I was on my camping trip. I cut out my Sirius XM radio, so I can't listen to Fox News anymore.
Sugar.
I know. I need to start it up again, because it's so, I get so much. No. And so I listen to Abraham Hicks while I'm driving, and it's, and they were talking about the very same thing. So, all about.
No, go ahead, Lovey.
Go ahead. It's all about forgiveness and keeping your intentions on a higher path, not going, oh, I have a sword in my heart. No, I have a heart that's full of love.
Yeah.
Maybe,
and don't forget.
Maybe it was overfilled. Yeah.
When you have the Three of Swords, it's like every card. No card is totally bad. No card is totally good. So with the Three of Swords, that lets you know that whatever the situation is, you're in the heartache. That part is coming to a close. You're going to be going to the Four of Swords soon. So you're going to have rest. You're going to be able to take a retreat. So when you see the Three of Swords, don't freak out. That just means that you're going to be entering, or you're already entering, something that's going to change, but it's going to bring you rest, or it's going to bring you some reassurance. It's not always what we want, but that's okay. Like we said, sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers, right? It all comes together.
Sure. Yeah. And so what I'm getting from this whole reading collectively for the month of June, for me, what I heard was just be really mindful of what our words are, how we're saying them. There's going to be hurt. We're going to feel some kind of hurt. Don't lash out right away with it. Process it. Don't react in the emotion, but take a step back. And I don't know how long you have to step back in this eclipse cycle, but it should be till you're not like red in the face, where you're more calm. And be willing to say, be willing to forgive, and then we're going to be moving on in some way, and just embrace the movement. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then like you said, big love. So through forgiveness, that's not for the other person. That's for you to be able to carry on, whether you're with
Yes.
them or not. And so at the
Yes.
end of it, and no matter how cliche it sounds, it always comes down to love. It's always love. At the end of it, you
Right.
just love, period. There is no more explanation. That's it.
Right. That's it.
Right?
That's it.
That's it.
I don't know how. All right.
Oh, you did.
All right. This has been awesome.
I
love
enjoyed this, Dad.
Thank you.
I did
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I liked it. Very good.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay, everybody.
you.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and have a
Memorial Day.
great Memorial Day. Have a great June. We'll be back, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.
All right. Bye, Dan.
Bye-bye.